Mr Speaker.
This is a split call amongst National Party members. I call Scott Simpson.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. It's an absolute privilege to rise in the House on this, the first time I've had an opportunity to speak in 2015, to participate and support the Prime Minister's statement so eloquently and positively delivered last week. Sir, it's also an absolute privilege to be a member of this National Party government which, after 6 years entering its third term, is making such wonderful progress on behalf of all New Zealanders. The country's in very good heart. We're heading in the right direction. We've got lots yet to do, but boy, have we got a big plan for New Zealand and New Zealanders. Sir, it's also a privilege to be the Member of Parliament for Coromandel, where, sir, I'm pleased to report we have had the summer of our childhood memories. It's been a magnificent summer on the peninsula, and I know Annette King loves it when I get up each Christmas and I talk about how wonderful the Coromandel is and how wonderful business is and how much thousands of New Zealanders who come to holiday over the summer period have enjoyed their stay on the beautiful Coromandel. One of the things I note, Mr Speaker, is that at times over the Christmas break I saw so many members of Parliament around the electorate. I thought that there were probably more members in the Coromandel electorate over the summer break than sometimes there are here on a sitting day in Wellington. And, sir, they came like thousands of other New Zealanders to enjoy the beaches, the surf, the bush, the light, nice white sand, the quality of parliamentary representation while they were holidaying in the electorate, and a whole lot of other good reasons. But they came in noticeably larger numbers this year, Mr Speaker, than or summer before. And why was that? Well, partly it was because they are feeling confident about the state of the nation, they're feeling confident in the economy, and they're feeling confident about their own futures, Mr Speaker. Petrol prices are lower. That means that they've been able to come and enjoy a wider, longer distance around the electorate. And they know, sir, that the government is looking after their interests with care and diligence and making sure that their futures are bright and prosperous. And so they're spending more time and more money in the electorate than they did last year. I think that's a terrific thing. And small businesses all around the Coromandel have noticed that. They're telling me that they've had a great summer, and with a little bit of luck it'll run through to Easter. It's true, the farmers are finding that the lack of rain is about time to be remedied, and surely soon that will come. But, sir, I just want to spend a minute talking about my role as the chair of the Local Government Environment Select Committee, because that is the committee that this year will be tasked with bringing and shepherding through the Select Committee process the much needed second phase reforms that the Honourable Nick Smith will be bringing to the Parliament in the not too distant future, and reforms of the RMA Act. Sir, the Honourable Nick Smith gave a speech in Nelson only a couple of weeks ago, and he highlighted the fact that the RMA, since its inception 25 years ago, has produced something like 80,000 pages of plans and rules across the country's 78 councils. Now that's just too cumbersome. It needs some significant work, and we have an obligation, I think, as parliamentarians to steer through this House some legislation to modernise and make more relevant and appropriate the very important foundation stone that is the RMA in terms of our country's planning and economic and environmental balance. So the plan is that we will modernise it, that we'll make it more relevant, we'll make it more practical, and we'll standardise plans and simplify processes for hard-working New Zealanders who simply want to get on and do things that are logical, sensible, but have sometimes been completely bogged down by bureaucracy, by often well-meaning councils who have, in fact, just after year of opinion and precedent and guidance and rules, made those rules too hard, too difficult, and too high a burden for hard-working New Zealanders to get around. Sir, there's such a big difference between this government and the Labour opposition. We are a united, focused, hard-working team. And we've got a big plan, a big vision and a big future for New Zealand. And there was a time when people used to know what the Labour Party stood for, sir. They no longer do. Sir, I am very pleased to be able to stand here today and support the Prime Minister's statement, and I know that my colleagues will do so with vigour as well.
Melissa Lee.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It's a great pleasure to rise in support of the Prime